with a six-pack of questions.
We'll see about that. Here, we're going to deliver you a six-pack.
In just a minute. Hang out.
Hi, this is Neil Michaels. Did you know that 2 out of 3 men will experience some form of hair loss by the time they're 35? And lucky me, I'm one of them. Thanks, Grandpa, for the crummy hair genes. Thank goodness now there's Keeps, the simple, stress-free way to keep your hair. Before Keeps, I keeps my hair all right in my brush, in the sink, and I definitely keeps my hair on the floor. Well, with Keeps, you get convenient virtual doctor consultations and medications delivered in discreet packaging right to your door every 3 months without ever leaving home. Best of all, Keeps treatments start at just $10 a month. Isn't keeping your hair worth $10 a month? Listen, right now, for listeners of the Approach Shot, your first month's treatment is absolutely free. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so the sooner you start using Keeps, the sooner you will see results. Seriously, if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/approach to receive your first month of treatment for free. You have to use this special web address to receive this offer. That's keeps.com/approach to get your first month free. keeps.com/approach.
Could COVID really cost you your home? Well, cybercrime is up 75%, but the type you really need to worry about is home title theft, which is why you need Home Title Lock. Cyber criminals are after our homes, and it's easier than you'd think. The title documents to our homes are online now. The thief finds your home's title and forges your signature on a quitclaim deed stating you sold your home, and he's the new owner. Then he takes out loans on your home and leaves you in debt. You won't know until late payments or eviction notices arrive. Insurance doesn't cover you, and neither do common identity theft programs. For pennies a day, Home Title Lock protects your most valuable asset. The instant Home Title Lock detects someone tampering with your home's title, they help shut it down. Go to HometitleLock.com and register your address to see if you're already a victim and receive 30 free days of protection with promo code RADIO. Go to HometitleLock.com. HometitleLock.com.
And we are back. The Approach Shot. I am John Ashton. He is Neil Michaels. He has been diligently putting together 6 questions. Just going to put Bob Harig right on the spot. And he's going to hate you forever. But do it anyhow, Neil.
Wouldn't be the first time. It won't be the last. Bob, question 1. Who's the favorite person that you played a round of golf with?
Oh, wow. Good one. Favorite person I've played a round of golf with. You know what? I actually played 3 holes with Tiger once. That's not a round of golf. You know what? I played an entire round with Kenny Perry in a Pro-Am one time, and that was exceptional.
Oh, yeah.
He could not have been nicer to somebody who, and look, he's done it a million times, right? To somebody who's, just an okay player, scraping around, nervous. It was a great time. I played with him in a Pro-Am at what's now the Valspar Championship at Innisbrook, and that was a really fun time.
Along those same lines, who is the favorite person that you have covered over time?
Oh, wow. I don't know if I could name just one. I mean, certainly covering Tiger for the length of his career has just been an incredible journey, to sort of be there for all of it. I've been fortunate enough to be at all 15 of his major wins. I've probably been to about 45 of his 82 wins. Just all the ups and downs, the attention, that has been great. I mean, there's a lot of others, though, guys who are more modern or, have been around, like a guy like Padraig Harrington, Graham McDowell. Those guys are terrific guys to deal with from a media perspective. It's always been great. I never really got to cover him as a player, but Jack Nicklaus, to this day, is still terrific. Arnold Palmer was great. So I've been very lucky in that regard. There's a lot of great guys in golf. Even the crop today, the younger guys, they're very, Rory's terrific. Dustin Johnson doesn't get a lot of credit, but he tries. He means well. Justin Thomas has been good to deal with. I think they sort of get what's going on. And for guys that are pulled in a lot of different directions, that's appreciated.
All right. Understood. Question 3. What's the most embarrassing thing that never made the cameras on a tournament that you covered?
Oh, never made the cameras. That was embarrassing. Wow.
Somebody maybe got sick. Somebody maybe threw a club. Somebody dove into a lake that shouldn't have.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm trying to think. In Tiger's case, almost everything was on camera.
Yeah.
When there was a club thrown or there was a bad word said. God, I absolutely can't think of one. Put me on the spot. I just don't have one that's embarrassing that wasn't on TV. I cannot remember anything.
Okay, we'll go to another question, and if you think of one, come back to it.
Okay.
Most golfers remember one hole or one round that they played that far exceeded their abilities. What's one that you recall?
In my own case.
Yeah.
Well, in your case or in one that you covered?
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, in my own case, listen, there's not a whole lot of these instances, so I remember this one really well. I was playing in Scotland while I was there for the Scottish Open the week before the British Open. I was playing on an old links, a lot of fun, early morning, and my own sort of like not being aware really, really helped me. It was the third hole. It was chilly. It was a par 4 that had this church up on the right side of the fairway. You couldn't see the green. I was with another guy. I didn't really look to see how long it was. I didn't think much of it. So I got up and I hit a driver. Had I known any better, I would have probably not hit a driver. I would have hit something to lay up. So we're walking up. Of course, no golf carts. I'm pulling my bag myself. Walk up, look up onto the green. My ball is 6 feet away.
Oof.
And so, and I made it for eagle, which I can assure you guys does not happen very often that I'm driving par 4s and making an eagle. But the ball rolls over there like crazy.
Yeah.
And, it was probably like a 280-yard par 4. And if I'd have looked at the scorecard and seen that, I'd have said, oh, well, there must not be much reason to try to go for it. I might as well just hit something 200 yards and, just hit a driver. And sure enough, it just lucky upon luck, it just rolled right up there.
Rather be lucky than good any day, man.
Absolutely. I'll take it. And then I rolled in the putt too, for the bonus. So, look, stuff that's unbelievable that I've witnessed. There's a lot of those. I think I would rank when Phil hit the shot at the Masters in 2010, between the trees onto the green at 13, he didn't make the putt, but that was such an incredible shot. And he had Tiger right behind him. He hadn't won a major in a few years. That was pretty clutch, pretty amazing shot. Probably one of the all-time favorite memories is Tiger making that putt at Torrey Pines in 2008 to force the playoff.
Yeah.
He had to hit an incredible wedge shot in there just to give himself a chance. And then it's do or die. Those greens were terrible at that time of day. I didn't think he was going to make it. I remember saying to myself, he's going to finally miss one. Rocco's going to win. And sure enough, it went in. It was an amazing moment.
Question 5. Have you ever covered a round of golf that was interrupted by a creature like a bird or a gator?
I cannot say that. No, not interrupted. No. Seen plenty of them. I mean, it seems like every year at the Players Championship, we see those gators lurking in those ponds and you see a player going up there to taunt it or whatever. And I'm like, man, I don't think you guys know what you're doing. I live in Florida and, we're at the time of year now, we're in the spring. They're going to start to, this is when they start to emerge from their winter doldrums. The worst thing you can do is go stick your hand in a pond looking for your golf ball because you do not know what is lurking.
That will give you a disadvantage and a handicap.
That's right.
Well, maybe I shouldn't use the word handicap there, but all right. And question 6, in your approach to life, because we are the approach shot, what one rule do you live by?
The rule I live by is do my best to be a pro.
There you go.
Above all else, you and look, in this world today, I probably don't always adhere to that like I'd like. There's a lot of tensions. There's a lot of stuff that happens in social media. These things, there's a lot of people sniping and complaining behind their keyboards, but in terms of doing my job, I think I just try to be a pro. When I deal with players, when I deal with media officials or, media people, executives, might not always agree, but I want them to know I'm a pro and that I'm trying to handle this the best way I can.
And he is definitely a pro. Let us tell you that. Bob Harig, ESPN.com golf analyst. Thank you for spending time with us right here on The Approach Shot.
Hey, I enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for having me.
There's a group of guys I play golf with regularly. I got to tell you, the first thing we do in the first tee, we fire up a good cigar. Because there is nothing that goes better with golf than a good hand-rolled cigar. And that's just the first one. And we all use Cigars International. We found them. Have you seen them yet? Have you used them? They've got all the right choices for a round of 18 and all the right gizmos and gadgets that make it as easy as possible. They've got windproof torches. They have crush-proof travel cases. And they get those clips that attach to the golf cart. And they have great cigar deals, from their daily deals to weekly specials to the Cigar of the Month Club. And if you don't know what you want, get one of their sampler packs. And right now, Cigars International is offering our listeners 10% off plus free shipping. That's right, 10% off your order plus free shipping. To take advantage of these incredible savings, just go to cigarsinternational.com and use the promo code GolfGuys when you're ready to check out. That website is cigarswithansinternational.com and use promo code GolfGuys. 10% off plus free shipping, cigarsinternational.com.
And now, it's time for...
Golf is a funny game.
Back to your hosts, John Ashton and Neil Michaels.
Man, I don't know about that guy.
Yeah.
But if mine were as big as his, I'd probably be doing the same thing for a living. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't, sadly. You are talking about the voice, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
my vocal
okay,
cords.
right.
If my vocal cords were as long as his and my voice got that deep, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I had no idea where you were going with it. I was already nervous.
I wasn't sure either, and that's why I thought steering's a good idea here.
I'm John Ashton. He's Neil Michaels. The other voice you heard, Martin Montana, our guest on Golf is a Funny Game this week. Martin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me. This is exciting. I got to say off the top, I'm not a huge golfer, only because I'm competitive. I like to think I'm athletic, and I don't like losing in sports to guys that are 65 and overweight. So go ahead.
I resemble that remark.
Exactly. You are hereby invited, Martin.
Exactly. As a comedian, are you getting out? Are you doing some traveling? Are you doing some live shows? What are you up to these days?
I have to actually say, so I have not been doing too much traveling as of yet. I mean, this year's going to be a different story, but I was thinking about it the other day, like I miss travel. I never thought I would say this, but I genuinely am starting to miss, like, even all of the worst parts of it. Like I miss the free breakfast at the Holiday Inn. You know what I mean? Like that, like that melee. Can we call it that? When they casually mention there's free breakfast at 6 a.m., meaning get in line at 5:55 because all of the zoo animals are going to be there with you. And, I actually miss it. I miss lining up for that because, like by the time you get there, there's like 2 boxes of cereal and the dirty waffle maker. And I miss it. I never thought I'd say it. And some of my travel is really nice. And then some of it is not really nice. I stayed in a motel that had a VCR in the room. So
very helpful.
By the way, no tapes. It just had a VCR. And I was literally like, it would have to be the perfect storm, right? Like what guy is walking around with a duffel bag of VHS tapes? And then he finally checks into this motel and is like so relieved that he can sit down and watch E.T. for the first time in years. So, the whole COVID thing, it's been wild for all of us, just trying to stay safe. My wife and I, we just had our first daughter last summer.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Very exciting. But when all of it really, when the lockdown stuff all started happening in the beginning of the year, I was basically home quarantined with my pregnant wife. So you guys want to talk about Survivor Island? This was like, what can I do to, keep her comfortable, happy, and not get yelled at? That was basically my MO for several months. And I was literally so paranoid. I was like, I guess my job also is just like, don't get COVID. I would leave the house to walk the dog and that was it. And even then I was the